I'm in Finland, country known for happiness, saunas, being way up north, and really, really cold. Experiencing some of those things right now. Let's go. We're here. You know how I told you that we are going to the North Pole?
Yeah.
We're going to go there tonight. We're going to take the train and go there. Tonight, we are riding the Santa Claus Express to what's basically the North Pole. Rovaniemi is way up in the north of Finland, and we'll be going there overnight. I remember reading that the trains in Finland are pretty impressive, especially because some of them are designed to be really kid-friendly. You have libraries and play equipment on cars. And so I had taking a Finnish train on my list, but when I saw that one goes all the way up into the Arctic Circle, I got especially interested. Right now it's just me and Rhys on this adventure, but I love it when we get to go places together, so this is going to be fun.
I could keep my hood on so I don't get snowy and cold.
That's a good idea. We're still not going to be there for a while. It's a long train ride. We're going to sleep on the train. Now, it's a long journey to get there, so the best way to do it is actually to take the train overnight and sleep on the train. If you think about it, paying to upgrade to a sleeper cab was like taking the cost of accommodations and the cost of train tickets and just smushing them together. Not a bad price for then being able to say you stepped into the Arctic Circle. All right, look behind us, Rhys. It's the Santa Claus Express.
Yay!
Hey, about to take our sleeper train to the Arctic Circle. You ready to go? Yeah?
Yeah!
Yeah! Okay, we've officially boarded. We're on the Santa Claus Express. Rovaniemi really doubles down on the whole Santa Claus thing. I mean, you might as well own it if you're all the way up there. And these are our quarters. Here's our sleeper cabin for tonight. Okay, let me give you a little tour of our sleeper cabin before this place gets a whole lot more lived in. Alright, so from the entry you can see it's a nice small space, but it's a train car. We got ourselves a set of bunk beds. So our cab has its own bathroom, which is nice. Even above the mirror you can see there's a little shower head. To save money, you could book a sleeper car that uses a communal bathroom, but I figured since I'm on solo dad duty, I would appreciate this. And now here's the dinner menu. And a neat little table where you can eat and look out the window.
Daddy,
Yeah?
it doesn't have any seat belts.
Yeah, you're right. It's because we are in beds instead of seats. Alright, we're awake. We'll probably be arriving in Rovaniemi in just a few minutes. We're just gonna take in the scenery. Last night was pretty comfortable. You're in a train and you're moving, but in some ways it kind of lulls you to sleep. Beds were relatively comfy given that, we're on a passenger train. This was my first time using a sleeper car, and I would absolutely do it again.
So, Daddy,
Yeah?
what do you want to do when the train stops?
Well, we gotta get out.
What do you want to do while the train's still moving?
We gotta make sure we get all our things ready. All right.
Like really cold.
It's -6 degrees right now. And honestly, I was actually expecting it to be colder. Alright, while in Rovaniemi, we had to do it. Santa Claus Village. This place is hilarious and over the top, but also a whole lot of fun. Plus, I'm here with a 4-year-old, so there's like no better way to see Santa Claus Village. I'll be honest, when I first read about Santa Claus Village, I kind of, in my mind, pictured a cheesy shopping center with a bunch of cutesy Santa Claus themed things that would maybe be fun for 1 or 2 hours at most. Instead, we wound up spending the entire day here. I mean, there's probably no one better to spend a day in Santa Claus Village with than a 4-year-old. We absolutely stood in line to have our picture taken with the big fella. Rovaniemi even has a soccer team called FC Santa Claus. They're currently playing in the 5th tier of the Finnish football league, so that's really low on the totem pole. But they're still probably a lot better at football than I am. And then a whole lot of snow play. Some reindeer, a really good breakfast that happened to be the breakfast buffet at one of the on-site hotels, and a lot of open exploring. I quickly realized I didn't need to plan many other activities for our time in Rovaniemi. We could spend all day here. In fact, we did, and I'm really glad we did. It's a day I'm going to replay over and over again for the rest of my life. But there was in fact one other place we would be going. Our accommodations for the evening. Alright. So, we're staying at the Arctic Snow Hotel in Rovaniemi in the Arctic Circle. I'm going to have to show you the place we got. I booked us a night at the coolest accommodations I've ever stayed in, the Arctic Snow Hotel. This place was a campus full of stuff to do in the snow. Oh, right there is the restaurant and sky bar. I'm right next to the sauna right now. They even had a full-on ice hotel. Hotel rooms carved out of ice you could legitimately stay in. And some snow sculptures, sledding, and all that. We'll get to that in a minute. But first, the main feature. Okay, next stop is the snow cave. Rhys has been stoked about the snow cave since the moment we arrived. That way we have an ice bar. That way are different rooms. There's an ice church and an ice restaurant. This in and of itself would be kind of fun. I've seen some travel influencers and such spend nights in places like this. Whoa, it looks like a beehive. My roommate is 4 years old, so this will probably not be the room for us, but it's so cool.
Daddy.
And there's Bluetooth. What? Okay, next one. The next one is called Inspired by Donnie Darko. So you're not supposed to get the references. Okay, that reference I do get. Rhys, where are you? I was distracted by a silly bunny costume. Yeah, go in. Let's see what Halloween room is.
Whoa.
What? Look, double, single, double. You can get really creative with those sleeping arrangements. I feel like if you had very specific needs for 2 doubles and 2 singles, this is the room for you. And if you like pumpkins, bonus. Whoa, it's a little creepy. He watches you while you sleep in your triple bed. Yeah. Yeah, I can't believe I am taking my 4-year-old to an ice bar. Rhys, do you want to try a berry juice? And they're going to serve it to you in a cup made of ice. All right.
Good job.
The big draw of the Arctic Snow Hotel were these glass igloos. As you might imagine, these glass domes provide a transparent view of the northern lights, if you're lucky enough to be there when they're above. All right, let's take a look at our igloo. This will be ours, number 12. Okay, Rhys, I'm opening it this way. Oh, look at that! It's our orange suitcase! Oh, okay, look at this. So we've got our 2 beds. This is gonna be a really efficient tour. So our bathroom. Don't know where our lights are. Oh, they're there. Basic stuff. Toilet. And the shower. We're rationed to about, 20 minutes of warm water. So, if there's a aurora tonight, we will have a great view of it. I don't know if there will be. Now, one cool thing about these domes, they were equipped with aurora alarms. You could flip on a switch, and if it was in the right position, when an aurora was overhead, an alarm would vibrate throughout your cabin. And later that night, our aurora alarm went off. Okay, it's 10 p.m. Rhys is asleep in the igloo behind me. And I got the notification for the aurora alert, meaning there's an aurora borealis happening right now. Yeah, if I stare at the sky long enough, I can maybe pick up a hue of green. Only in the Arctic Circle one night. And so if the aurora I get is pale, it's pale. But, it counts. It's hard to accurately portray northern lights using a video recording, so I'll do my best to describe it. The sky above us was glowing, but it was mild. And you know what? I'm gonna count it. I made my way up here. This absolutely counts. At least until I see a better example of northern lights. And then I'll claim that as my first time. So I have 3 kids, and having grown up an only child myself, it often feels like the big family I always wish I grew up in, but I get to raise. And I love it when we're all doing stuff together, but I also am really valuing one-on-one time. Every week, I try and take one of them out for a special one-on-one daddy adventure. And I think I'm in this cadence where every year I try and take one of them on a one-on-one daddy trip. With 3 kids in the mix, it's really easy for life to just become this blur of either multitasking so you can get everything done that you need to get done, or just chaos management. I don't want to look back at this time period and realize all my memories are just of frustration level, stress level. I want to have those bonding moments that I remember. Rhys is the same age I was when some of my earliest memories formed. The kind of memories with lasting mental images and emotions to go with them that I hold on to for life. There aren't many of them, and it's anyone's guess what he'll remember from this when it's all said and done. But if nothing else, I think there's things like the sense of wonder, the spirit of adaptability, and the bond we share that will be embedded with him for life. It'll definitely be with me for the rest of mine.